After I spent $8,000 of my own money on small gun safes, I tested the biometrics, I found deadly design flaws, I tested long-term reliability, and a couple of safes broke all by themselves. And then I probably tested over 10 small gun safes to see just how tough they really are. And with all that, these are my top gun safe picks. This is the Vaultek PROVE VE gun safe. Main features: the PROVE VE is Vaultek's toughest small safe. With 14 gauge carbon steel construction, this is the thickest gauge of steel Vaultek offers in this class. Features auto opening lid, rechargeable battery that lasts up to 4 to 6 months, also includes a steel security cable for on-the-go securement, and 2 pre-drilled holes for permanent placement. And now onto my pry rating. With 14 gauge steel and 2 steel locking latches, and with Vaultek's anti-pry design, this safe is a prying nightmare. If the SentrySafe with 1 locking latch took 23 minutes with stage 3 pry tools, you are going to want to skip the pry tools altogether for the Vaultek PROVE VE. The Vaultek PROVE VE gets a 5 out of 5 pry rating. Now my quick access rating. The PROVE VE is a simple electronic safe. You can quickly enter the safe with either the number pad or good old-fashioned mechanical key. With my personal Vaultek safe has been 100% reliable for over 3 years, and I expect nothing less from any Vaultek safe. The Vaultek PROVE VE gets a 5 out of 5 quick access rating. Final thought: if you want the toughest small electronic safe, the PROVE VE is your only choice. This is Viking Security's push-button safe. Main features: no keys, no batteries to worry about, and the best mechanical push-button lock for reliable quick access. This simplex lock is not cheap all by itself, as you can see here. With Viking, you also get interior LED light and a gas-assisted strut to help lift and lower that heavy steel lid. The Viking safe comes with a quick securement steel cable, but also has 4 pre-drilled holes for permanent placement. And now onto my pry rating. The Viking safe is built tough with a 5mm steel door. As you can see here with my Fort Knox, they share a similar design, making them pretty much pry-proof in my testing. And even if I could get a bite from my pry tools, you still have a 40mm deadbolt to contend with. This is a 23-pound tank of a small safe. The Viking safe gets a 5 out of 5 pry rating. Now onto my quick access rating. The simplex locks are easy to reprogram and even easier to use. This is the lock I use for my personal quick access gun safe. This push button lock simply can't be beat. The Viking safe gets a 5 out of 5 quick access rating. Final thought: I spent over $8,000 on small gun safes, and what did I learn? Just buy a Viking safe. I could have saved a lot of money. This is the Stealth Shadow SV1 gun safe. Main features: this is the most secure gun safe you can buy, even more secure than a Fort Knox, Feline, or even Viking safe, and here's why. The Stealth Shadow features a UL-approved S&G Spartan Electronics deadbolt. This thing is even EMP rated. S&G locks are the type of electronics found on bigger safes. You won't find this on any other small safes. The Stealth safe features a super thick 7-gauge steel lid, 10-gauge steel body with a gas strut to help lift that heavy lid, foam interior with space for 2 full-size pistols. And now onto my pry rating. With the 7-gauge steel lid and steel deadbolt, the Stealth safe is on another level of protection. Even a skilled attacker is going to have major problems with this little safe. If you need the best of the best, this is it. The SV1 gets a 6 out of 5 rating. It just broke my rating system. Now my quick access rating. The UL listed S&G electronic lock is simply the best you can find in the small safe category. Just simply input your code and twist the dial and you're in. The Shadow Vault SV1 gets a 5 out of 5 quick access rating. Final thought: the Shadow SV1 is the most secure small gun safe you can find. This would be my go-to storage option, but also a great quick access bedside safe. It's a tank. This is the V-Line push-button rifle safe. Main features: all steel construction and one of the few safe brands made in the USA. The V-Line is the perfect size to accommodate AR-type rifles, and also one of the most reliable with a simplex push-button lock. Not just a great home safe, but also my go-to vehicle safe, as extreme cold or heat will not affect this safe with no batteries or electronics to worry about. And now onto my pry rating. This safe features 3 locks total, 2 barrel key-type locks, and the primary simplex lock near the middle. When the V-Line is locked down with all 3 locks, it's not going to be a good day for a pry attack. The V-Line gets a 5 out of 5 pry rating. Now my quick access rating. The safe gives you the option for total lockdown with 3 locking points, or just leave the 2 barrel key locks in the open position, and only use the simplex push button lock for lightning fast quick access for defensive use. This V-Line safe is the best of both worlds. The V-Line gets a 5 out of 5 quick access rating. Final thought: when you lock down your rifle, you need to know you can get it out. That's why small analog safes are the best for defensive use. This one happens to be tough as well. This is V-Line's heavy-duty slide-away gun safe. Main features: this V-Line safe is the toughest slide-out safe you can buy from any brand, made from a thick 12-gauge steel body that gives you great pry protection. The V-Line safe comes standard with all mounting brackets that allow the safe to be mounted on top or underneath secure surfaces, as you can see here. The drawer is large enough to hold an iPad tablet or 2 1911 pistols with extra room for magazines. And now onto my pry rating. With 12-gauge steel construction, and from my experience from destructive pry testing over 10 safes, and here I'm prying into a SentrySafe. The SentrySafe took 23 minutes with level 3 pry tools to pry open with a 4 out of 5 pry rating. And I believe this V-line safe with its thick steel and great design would be even tougher. The V-line slide out safe gets a 5 out of 5 pry rating. Now my quick access rating. The simplex copper lock is not cheap all by itself, as you can see here. This is the best quick access lock you can find in the small gun safe category. No batteries, no electronics, just a proven mechanical lock that is going to work 100% when you need it to. The V-line safe gets a 5 out of 5 quick access rating. Final thought, the safe is made in the USA. If your life is on the line, this is the safe you want. This is the Vaultek VS10i Smart Safe. Main features: 4 ways to access safe: biometric fingerprint or through Vaultek's app, number pad, or mechanical key. And there is an optional nano smart key, as you can see here. The safe features an automatic opening lid, interior light, and a rechargeable battery that lasts up to 4 to 6 months. Also comes with a steel tether cord for quick securement and has 2 pre-drilled holes for permanent placement. And now onto my pry rating. The VS10i is made from 18 gauge high carbon steel unibody construction. With its 2 locking latches and anti-pry design, even with its thinner 18 gauge steel construction, this safe is going to be a problem to pry into. These are well made and designed little safes. The VS10i gets a 5 out of 5 pry rating. Now my quick access rating. The biometrics pass both my wet and powder tests, as you can see here. The biometrics open in just 1 second flat. You also have the number pad and key backup. The Vaultek VS10i gets a 5 out of 5 quick access rating. Final thought, my Vaultek VS20i has been 100% reliable. You can count on this brand to open when you need it to. Top budget picks. This is the Sentry Biometric Gun Safe. Main features: it's built super damn tough, taking over 23 minutes of full force pry attack with stage 3 tools. Not in a million years did I ever think it would be this tough, just with 1 locking latch. The SentrySafe features a gas strut to help lift and lower that heavy steel lid. Enter the safe with either biometrics, electronic number pad, or mechanical key. And now onto my pry rating. Take a look at just how much damage this way under $200 safe took. This little safe gives you real pry protection. I have the full pry test on my channel if you wanted to see just how tough this safe is. The SentrySafe earns a 4 out of 5 pry rating. Now my quick access rating. I tested my SentrySafe for over 3 years without any issues, and even though it took a lot of damage, it still registers my fingerprint to this day, as you can see here. The biometrics are also more secure than my $300 Vaultek, and it passed my wet and powder test. What's not to like here? The SentrySafe earns a 5 out of 5 quick access rating. Final thought, I would say this is more than just a gun locker. It's truly a tiny safe. Sentry is my top budget brand. How I rate stuff. I know it looks like I rate everything highly, but I really did spend $8,000 on these small safes, all put on my credit cards. And then I get no views on YouTube. Alright, enough about my suffering, so let's start with the curious case of the Bill Conch. This locker would lock down in place with your right hand, as you can see here, but with only 1 small tap in the middle of the lid, it would open all by itself. I even thought it might have been possessed by Satan, but that actually turned out not to be the case. You have to press down in the middle of the lid to lock the lid down, as there are 2 locking latches with this locker. And trust me, that's one deadly design. Now onto the pry test. The Bill Conch was tougher than I thought it would be with this sheet metal build. And as you can see here, the 2 locking latches broke off into the body, but they did detach from the sheet metal lid. The Bill Conch got a 2.5 out of 5 pry rating. Now here is the RPMB lockbox, with only 1 tiny locking latch, as you can see here. By the way, if you ever see this tiny locking latch design, it's probably not going to be a tough locker. Anyway, here is the full pry test. And there you go, 8 seconds to pry open. The RPMB got a 1 out of 5 pry rating. This list is not in order because I wanted to show this Sifely lockbox, as it has a similar latch design as the RPMB. It was a little tougher and took 1 minute and 8 seconds with stage 1 pry tools. The Sifely got a 2 out of 5 pry rating. And here is the RPMB single pistol locker. Side note, this locker would drain its batteries as it sat. This is not good and was the only locker to have battery drain issues. And here is the full pry test. And that's another 1 out of 5 pry rating for RPMB. Let's move up half a rating from the RPMB with the Onias. The Onias looks just like the Ananus. I'm just gonna call it the Anus from now on. They do look the same, but they are not 100% the same. And here is the Anus test, starting with stage 1. So let's see how fast we can get in here. The anus just popped open in 13 seconds with stage 1 pry tools. And here is the Onias test. so that one took 35 seconds and actually bent the lid. The Onias earned a 1.5 out of 5 pry rating, and here is the only cheap brand that stood out, even though it was recalled for its biometrics. But I do believe AllSafe has fixed the biometric issues as of now. I really thought I was going to get in fast and easy with this under $100 safe, but as you can see here, it does have a nice size single locking latch. And to my surprise, took 3 minutes and 82 seconds with level 3 pry tools. And so there is my 3 out of 5 pry rating. Now we move to a stage 4 rating, the SentrySafe. You will need to go to my channel and find the full test, because it took 23 minutes and 47 seconds with stage 3 pry tools. That was not fun or easy, trust me. So what is a stage 5 rating? Pretty much means pry attacks aren't going to work. Here is my Fort Knox PB1. The design alone prevents any possibility to pry into, as you can see here. Stage 5 is pretty much angled grinder territory. And there you go, my 1 out of 5 pry rating system. Until next time, see you then.